We're about to embark on an arduous journey. The first snow will accompany us. Though we're tired, the cruel reality pushes us to march on. The cold will be even sharper, with shivers lingering in our bodies. The Oracle Guardians will not be favored by the gods. We Salanders have no backup. Only fatigue, anger, and fear. The cold winds from the north have already blown the tears from our eyes. Our solid footprints are still firmly set in the road. Every step leaves its mark. The end of the road will tell us that today is a farewell. We're preparing ourselves to embrace glory. And we're glad that we won't be hung from the gallows like criminals, or die alone on cold street corners like beggars. We hold our swords tightly and let the tears of fear fall. We shout and ride for ruin.
I don't want to go back to the Colosseum.
Faith will guide you.
I may have forgotten my past, but I remember my enemies.
As resurrected monsters scour the land from the North Peninsula to the capital, a fallen elven ranger arises once again. Despite his monstrous body, his soul has sided with the humans.
Damn, I've no idea about this place. What happened here? Someone's still alive?
Leave us be. This area is lost. The monsters are sieging the suburbs. You must stop them.
Good luck, fellas. I'll go deal with them. I can't do this. Stay alert. What's that monstrosity? The wound has recovered. Well done. Well done.
Unbelievable. An undead who has his own will.
Actually, I don't know what has happened either.
Oh, but I saw that you were helping us. I hope we can fight side by side.
Don't worry. I'll do what I can.
Young Alina doesn't want to hide behind the walls. She believes that defense will only lead to defeat. Rallying a group of champions, she hopes that she can turn the tide of the battle.
Listen, these monsters are controlled by magic. Look at the sky above Modenburg. Restless and unstable. It's obvious enough, we must take it.
She points out of the window. Her eyes gaze at the dark clouds where thunders roar. Then, her fingertip falls upon Mortisburg on the map.
Are you sure about this, Alina? I mean...
Trust me, that's where we must go.
No. I meant, are you sure we can make it? And what about Bison? He would surely...
There's no time. We can't hold back like this anymore.
Alina's voice is nervous and impatient. She interrupted Vilsack immediately.
We have to. I need you to trust me, Vilsack.
All right.
As Vilsack quietens down, supporters' voices gradually take over the hall, until Alina slams the table with both hands violently. She looks around excitedly and shows a confident smile. Much like the others, she's looking forward to the upcoming quest.
Almost there. We need ships in the East Village to reach the other side.
Ah, great. We can probably catch the next ferry.
Don't be upset. I'm sure we can find the ships we need.
What is a stockpile shooting?
Ships! Over there!
Hold on. I don't think that guy with a giant axe will let us through so easily.
Then you should hide somewhere safe and stay out of my way.
How interesting. To the victor goes the spoils.
We're all children of God.
Alina and her fellows claimed their first victory. They have secured his village and the ships.
If I remember correctly, this is the hometown of your family, right?
Family means nothing to me. I serve the gods, and that's it.
Just curious about the Stewarts. A heretic shares that name.
Watch your mouth. Alina doesn't want to talk about that.
Noticing Alina's silence and disgusted face, Rock stands between the two ladies, interrupting Isadura's rude sarcasm.
All right, stop barking at me. By the way, there aren't enough ships for us. 2 of them are severely damaged.
Speak your mind.
I hope we can repair them fast enough, or we'd better prepare some seasoning.
What do you mean?
So we taste better when the monsters chew us up?
The battle in the East Village was swift and decisive, but it drew the attention of nearby monsters. The expedition party has no choice but taking care of these new guests while repairing the ships.
Eliminate those monsters! Otherwise we can't repair the ships. And Isadora, don't mention that Stewart heretic again.
All right. I'll try to remember that.
It's not good.
Hey!
Can't do this. To the victor goes the spoils.
It's the Templars' duty to protect the Church.
The battles in the East Village have finally ended. The soldiers are now preparing to cross the river. Suddenly, Vilsack stops and holds his head in his hands, his eyes closed tightly.
Vilsack!
Alina tries to wake up Vilsack, who is currently lost in thought. She is worried about the elf.
Our elven prince is daydreaming. Are you dreaming of me?
It was some flashes of memory. More like a headache. Everything was blurry. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Still dazed from the flashback, Vilsack completely ignored Isadora's question. She felt a bit disrespected.
That's good news. Your memory must be recovering.
Yeah, thanks. I hope so.
All right, board the ship.
Alina's expedition team repaired the ships and started across the river, singing traditional ballads of Roy Island cheerfully. Their morale is high, longing for the next victory, but reality quickly turned their enthusiasm to dust. On the banks of the Bluestone Port, filthy monsters are crawling restlessly. Brandishing their claws, they hunger for flesh.
Look at that. The best welcome party I've ever had.
Another swarm of rancid monsters. This is terrible. My arrows never miss. That's how I slaughter dragons. Stay alert. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. To the victor goes the
Bah! Unworthy! I was expecting something more.
Don't let your guard down. Modenburg is very close. They may appear again at any time.
Excellent!
We're all children of God here.
Alina's plan is going smoothly. Despite the small troubles they had, they have taken both the East Village and the Bluestone Port. After climbing atop Mount Gorlan, Modenburg appears beneath their feet. The first thing that comes into their view is the iconic church, a shabby building that grows out of the graveyard.
A sacred place like this has turned into a breeding ground for evil. How interesting.
This place, it feels familiar.
It's a graveyard. Sure, you were more familiar with it when you were dead.
Nice try. Hopefully you're wrong.
Vilsack wasn't fond of Isadora's joke. He felt like he'd been here before, but he didn't know why.
It's like rain. It's like rain. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high.
Look at that ancient altar and its magic. They must have been using it to control the undeads.
Such evil sorcery shall not exist. Time to get the job done. To arms.
Yes, my lord. I mean, my priestess.
Take cover. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Stay alert. It's like rain. I'm one with the shadows. Stay alert. To the victor goes the spoils. My arrows never miss.
Arcus the First is our most respected person.
Once the strange altar is destroyed, the black clouds above the church become smaller. The monsters sieging the City of Being immediately slow down, wandering aimlessly.
For the light! Send these cursed souls back to where they belong! Charge!
Led by Bison, the people of the city break out of the siege. They push forward and meet Alina in the front of the church.
Uncle Bison! Did we make it? The siege, is it over?
Alina's excitement fades quickly after seeing Bison's face.
Alina, never risk yourself and those around you like that again.
I know. I'm sorry, Uncle Bison.
Bison had been very worried about her. Though now she's safe, he couldn't accept the risks that she was taking.
My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. This is the last one. They've blocked the gate.
Then let's hit them hard.
Of course, but keep an eye on the big guy over there. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Don't try to catch up with me. To the victor goes the spoils.
It's the Templars' duty to protect the Church.
Vilsack must be closely connected with the Church. The closer he gets, the more unstable his memory becomes.
Vilsack?
There's something in my head.
If something's wrong, just tell us.
Stop daydreaming, Elven Prince. We're not your servants.
I'm fine. This church brought a terrible memory back to me.
The memory haunting the Ranger is back. There's blood on the edge of the blade, so vivid as if it's happening now. Now he remembers what happened here.
That's how I slaughter dragons. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. What is a stockpile shooting? I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. My arrows never miss. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. It's like rain. It's like rain.
So, do you remember it now?
Something bad. A betrayal. I was once murdered in this church.
Well, that's terrible indeed.
My arrows never miss. I can't do this. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons.
Vilzak, I'm surprised. You still have your soul.
Augustine. Torian. Yes, it's you. That you betrayed me and stabbed me in the back.
1,000 years have passed, yet it feels like yesterday. We are nothing but the wheels of the inevitable.
Remember this moment. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I I need healing. Remember this moment. It's like rain. Remember this moment. To the victor goes the sport. There's still much that I can't remember.
Take it easy. What about...
Arcus the First is our most respected person.
Though Vilsack couldn't remember everything, at least he mentioned some names. More importantly, the humans were victorious in the battle with the undead. Thanks to their heroic actions, Alina's team was loaded with praise and admiration. People now call them the heroes of Gorlan. However, the crisis is not over yet. Defense is the most practical strategy humanity can employ.
I ordered the construction of fortifications along the river days ago. North's no longer safe.
What about the west? There's nothing we could use?
You're right. I was planning for that. I have received some concerning reports.
What?
In Philios, it could have been worse. Reinforcements from Beolod are on their way.
We shall go there too. I'm worried.
No, it's too dangerous. I'll go.
The Saint Guard General first took a glance at both of them, then quickly announced his decision.
All right. Perhaps you should go together. I need my men for the construction work. So if things are getting worse, let me know as soon as possible. Buy me some time.
As you wish.
Bison rallied his veterans and joined Alina's team. They walked along the south of Baylord Plains and marched to the south of Urban Desert before arriving at the border of Philios. The actual situation is much worse than described in the reports. The city is almost falling apart.
I can handle this myself.
No, you're not ready yet. More importantly, we're not certain about the situation here.
That's why I'm worried.
It's like rain. Don't try to catch up with me. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm one with the shadows. Something is attracting these airheads.
If it continues, we'll lose the city. We must stop it!
Falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Take cover. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. I can't do this. It's like rain. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high.
The more, the better. Get over here. Insects!
Is it gathering undeads?
Destroy it. That's the only way.
I can't do this. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. Hey! To the victor goes the spoils.
Arcus the First.
With the help of Gaul, the situation has been after the battle in Philios.
Look at the undead's clothes. I've seen those before.
The heretics. That's what they do.
No. Don't draw your conclusions yet. I doubt they would do this to their own kind.
You never know. Only a heretic can tell.
That's simple. It only takes 2 days to the mountains in the south. We'll find their outposts there.
Let's go then. Take only what's necessary.
The heretics and the scourge in Philios are closely connected, but no one can tell how. The answer is in the south.
All dead! I don't think interrogating a maggot-filled undead is a good idea.
My arrows never miss. It's like rain. It's not good. Take cover. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. Someone's hiding over there. It's like rain. Hey! I can't do this. That's how I slaughter dragons. It's like rain. To the victor.
No! Please! Don't kill me! Let me go!
Tell us what's going on with those undeads.
Those walking dead? The Dragondale. The guards there discovered them first. That's all I know.
Dragondale.
Arrows never miss. I'm one with the shadows.
Do not fear, for we must... Arcus the First is
Among the apostates' outposts occupied by the undead, the Gorlanders found a small valley with the heretic survivors. They barely put up a fight. Weak and famished, these people apparently have been hiding there for a while. Though they were very scared of the monsters out there, the captives provided a lot of valuable information. One piece of information explained those undead were first spotted by the guards of Dragondale.
In my opinion, those heretics are merely fodder. Needless to say, we must look for another...
Bison wants to eliminate the source of trouble, so the city won't be flanked. He doesn't care about the heretics. He has decided that those outcasts were nothing but a sacrifice of the monsters in the west.
The answer lies in Dragondale.
We must hurry. The trip has taken long enough. Unbelievable. Those bodies, they all turned into monsters.
This powder...
It's a forbidden medicine, used to cast curses. Relax, guys. I read about it in a book. Never got my hands on it before.
Anyway, that's an important lead. We must keep looking.
Slaughter dragons. It's like rain. I can't do this. That's how I slaughter dragons. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. To the victor goes the spoils. Don't try to catch up with me. I can't do this.
Whoever can wield a...
Alina and her companions found a special powder that proved the artificiality of the Scourge in Philios and the northern mountains under the apostate's control. Following the traces of the forbidden medicine, they found the scene of the crime, a cave.
Oh my... This cave smells disgusting.
Excellent. It's even worse than the Colosseum.
I'd be more excited if there was a trace of magic.
Ha! Probably nothing but rotten flesh.
The soldiers entered the cave, their faces twisted because of the stink, yet their hands held on their weapons firmly. Eyes are looking around vigilantly. After several battles, these soldiers are now more aware of the threat of death.
I can smell the magic in the air. We're getting close.
Excellent. We'll burn them all.
Of course. You're right.
Stay alert. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm one with the shadows. I can't do this. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss.
Haha, idiots! The army of the revived king has crossed Billow!
I'll immolate you in the name of victory!
To the
What a waste of resources.
Don't even think about it. I'm keeping an eye on you.
I'm not doing anything, Alina's dog.
What is a stockpile shooting?
Whoever can wield a sword.
The arrogant, evil sorcerer's mention of a reborn king made everyone uneasy. The scourge in Philios was just a cover of a more vicious plan, after the source of evil in Dragondale was removed. The scourge's spread has been brought under control.
We've eliminated the source of evil. Things in Philios will get better soon. The forces of Beolod are now spread over Philios. We will lose Beolod.
No, the City of Being is what they want. They took much effort to hide their purpose. They must come from far away.
Are you saying that?
Yes, we might still have time, but we can't turn back.
Bison believed that the army of the undead wasn't at the City of Being yet. He reminded his comrades that there is still hope. But he knew he had no choice. He must chase after them. The Gorlanders began to leave the cave.
That monster is protected by a spell. Our weapons can't even touch it.
We don't have time to locate the caster.
Great. So are we running to the cave entrance like this?
It's like rain. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Remember this moment. I can't do this. Stay alert. I'm back.
They blocked the way. Those rotten scraps of flesh.
Listen, we can't turn back.
Of course. But just a reminder, don't get in my way.
Falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high.
Do not fear, for we...
The arrogant, evil sorcerers.
That monster is protected by a spell. Our weapons can't even touch it.
We don't have time to locate the caster.
Great. So are we running to the cave entrance like this?
They blocked the way! Those rotten scraps of flesh!
Listen, we can't turn back.
Of course! Just a reminder, don't get in my way!
Stay alert. I can't take this anymore. The wound has...
So who could this revived king be?
Vilsack, do you have any idea?
I don't know. Probably the one who revived Augustine. I'm back.
Someone has to take this info to Alan Gall.
I can handle that. Don't get yourself killed until we meet again. Especially you, Alina.
To the victor goes the spoils.
I'll be fine.
What is a stockpile shooting? I need... Take cover. I need healing.
Arcus the First is our...
The Battle of Modenberg restored part of Vilsack's memory about Augustine. That name seems so familiar. While his comrades are guessing Augustine is the reborn king, Vilsack has come to a different conclusion. There are many questions to answer, but Alina and the others must focus on their task at hand. As Bison suggested, Isadora left to deliver the message and the troops were on the march.
I wonder if we can trust that woman.
Too late to think about that. She's on the way home now. Regret doesn't help.
I hope she won't turn tail and run away.
Uncertainty loomed over everyone in Golan. Time wasn't on our hero's side, and a well-equipped army that suddenly appeared was making things worse.
Hounds of Thorns, you're not going any...
Heretics! The hell with them!
Look at what you've done. Is this the so-called will of the gods?
You foolish folder! Mind your own business!
There's no time for this. We must deliver the message.
I don't think mosquitoes care about your mood.
I was saying, we have to take care of this quickly.
It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. It's like rain. I can't do this. Riddled with arrows. That's how I slaughter dragons. I can't do this. My arrows never miss. It's like rain. Don't try to catch up with me. Take cover.
You're going nowhere. Atone for the lives you've tortured.
Ha! A heretic's nonsense. I'll send you to the Hall of Gods.
How dare you mention the gods after defiling so many lives? This world has no place for you.
And I'm flying high. To the victor goes the spoils. Take cover. I can't do this.
One cannot understand.
I moved too quickly.
It's the Templar's duty to...
The defenses of Baelord were weak. The undead could easily raze it to the ground. Facing such a crisis, Alina didn't want to make the same mistake she had made in Modenburg. She turned her gaze towards Bison, seeking his valuable advice.
If they have entered Baelod, which way would they take?
The river valley. It's the throat of Baelod, and the city of being. And the undeads.
You sure about that? Any mistake would be fatal.
I'm positive. But nothing's for sure.
The Gorlanders had no choice but to trust Bison's judgment. They marched night and day, and finally arrived at the Torrent Vale with great exhaustion. Unfortunately, the swamps became a feast of flesh where monsters flourished.
Our scouts have spotted the enemy. Their number is not great. Probably only vanguards.
Doesn't sound bad.
You might be disappointed. They still outnumber us 10 to 1.
Take cover. It's not good. I need healing. The wound has recovered. Well done. To the victor goes the We must find a strategical point and build our
I suggest we retreat to Red Hill. It's the only high ground.
We're all children.
Bison believed the heroes of Gaul.
We won't make it like this. Now, there's a dam to the north. I was a member of the construction team when I was young.
This place was familiar to Bison. He didn't give up and still hoped to turn the tide. They could use the river for their own advantage.
Sounds like a plan. I'm with you.
No, I need some big guys. Rock, come with me.
Fair enough.
No, I must stay here. Alina needs me.
Listen to me, Rock. We all need you now. Understand?
All right, I'll go.
Great.
What's wrong with you? That's the nest of the Murlocs.
Apparently, we have to drive those fish back to the river first.
Fine. Fish for dinner.
I'm one with the shadows. That's how I slaughter.
You thieves there to steal our treasure.
I can't.
Who cares about your treasure? I'm cutting you in half. By the way, you seem to be important to Alina.
Alina. Her father and I fought side by side. It was my responsibility. She's family.
I I can't do this. Don't try to catch up with me.
With my flag and...
Bison and rock destroyed the dam, and the water surged downward into the lower part of the land. Most monsters drowned in this world. Only a few enemies managed to remain on the hill.
They did it! Push the enemies into the water.
No, wait!
What's wrong?
Look over there! Uncle Bison and Rock are back! But behind them, more monsters are after them!
Countless monsters appeared again. Bison and Rock's efforts seemed to have been in vain. The situation was still critical.
Hey, what's going on? Where are those undeads from?
We stirred up the nest, but there's no time to worry about that now.
Good job, both of you. I can't do this. Don't try to catch up with me. one with the shadows. What is a stockpile shooting? I can't do this. Remember this moment. To the victor goes the spoils. What is a stockpile shooting? I can't do this.
It's the Templars' duty to...
Just as despair gradually took over, a beam of light shattered the dark clouds and thrust into the ground.
Behold! Waves of sacred light will purge the land of filth. Arms!
It's the golden reflection of the Saint Guard's armor. Singing a song of war, the warriors of Garlin marched towards the hill at full speed. Led by Isadora and Alan Gull, the Royal Guard swept the enemy from the hill. Finally, the heroes of Gorlan breathed a sigh of relief.
Isadora! General Gull!
Nothing's more important than your health, High Priestess.
Everyone, our scouts have found the source of the evil. We must destroy it while we still can.
You can count on us. Our main forces must stay here.
Hey, I'm coming with you.
I second that.
The undead, coming from every direction, were gathering their strength. Alina must eliminate the source as quickly as possible. As the Royal Guards remained at the Red Hill to wait for the reborn king, Gorlan's team had their own task behind enemy lines.
It's a burial pit.
Or it's an ancient battleground. Those huge skeletons are from the giants. A good source of materials for them.
Graveyards, burial pits. Do we have to destroy all these kinds of places?
Then we're screwed. I have an alternative plan. Let's kill all the casters.
And I'm flying high. My arrows never miss. Stay alert. I can't do this. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. That's how I slaughter dragons. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. 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 Riddled with arrows. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. I can't do this. That's how I slaughter dragons. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. To the victor goes the spoils.
Arcus the First. Whoever can wield a sword should fight for their own faith. Without faith...
Once into the burial pit, the Gorlanders immediately realized where the enemies were from. But the security guarding the factory appeared to be amateurs. They weren't aware of the intruders' capabilities. It took the Gorlanders a while, but they eventually took care of all the guards.
Those warlocks are weak.
Don't waste your time on those fools. Their instruments are still working. We must quiet it down. Let's do this, kids.
Knowing what they were here for, Bison yelled at his comrades, reminding them not to waste strength on the enemy. His comrades immediately turned to more important targets.
Do you know the meaning of these pits?
I guess, though I don't like it.
Indeed. It's a part of history now. I hope those politicians...
Uh-oh. Watch your tongue, General. We have to be positive.
I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. slaughtered dragons. My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. Riddled with arrows. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. I can't do this. Stay alert. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. To the victor goes the
Let's go back.
Exactly. We must ensure things are all right at the hill.
It's the Templar's duty.
The Gorlams cut off the source of the monsters in the pit, but a large number of enemies had already left. Under the command of a viper-like witch, the undead army gnawed at the royal guards defending Red Hill.
Foolish minions! Forward! Kill them all!
It's over! Their number is not decreasing at all. We can't hold them off like this.
No, victory will be ours.
What? But how?
We'll win. The Gorlanders are back.
Just when the royal guards had lost the hill, Alina and her men rushed the army. They pushed towards the arrogant Viper Witch. Their valor inspired the royal guards, who then followed them down the hill. But the Viper Witch remained unconvinced. She toyed with magic flames in her hands, waiting for her opponents from both sides.
You know what? I admire her courage.
I'd say you admire her delicate snake skin even more.
You don't talk much, but well said.
My arrows never miss. That's how I slaughter dragon arrows. It's like rain. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Hey! My arrows never miss. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high.
The inside magic were perfect! Even the most filthy of creatures! Pitiful humans! Witness my power!
Flying high.
What? Inside magic?
Insiders. Unbelievable. Creation of madness from 1,000 years ago.
No more words! Behold!
Stay alert. To the victor goes the
That illusion was probably Augustine, king of ancient Taurian. The insiders were from that era too.
But the insiders were burned into ashes in a raze.
Augustine.
I made the wine here myself. Fancy a drink?
Whoever can wield a sword.
The Viper Witch died in Torrent Vale, but her words revealed some vital clues about the undead army. The connection between the Insiders and the King of Ancient Taurian is the key. However, 1,000 years have passed. There's very limited information about there. According to historical records, the Insiders were reduced to ashes in the flames of a raise.
Stop it! I don't believe a word of that. I'm not crazy.
That's what she said. And her vicious magic proved it.
The Insiders are a scourge.
Forget the Insiders. The undeads have entered Beorlod from Arctic mountains.
So that's where they came from. We overestimated their speed.
We'd better stop them at the Burning Hills. After they pass the hills, there's not much else that can stop them.
The heroes of Gorlan and the Royal Guards, under Alangol's command, were marching towards Burning Hills. They knew how powerful these demons from the west were, but someone must stand tall and hold the last line of defense.
This place, it feels like my feet are burning.
Yeah, only that you don't feel pain, but we do.
Neither does our enemy. They've made this place home.
That's how I slaughter dragons. It's like rain. I can't do this. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. Take cover. Riddled with arrows. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. It's like rain. What is a stockpile shooting? I can't do this. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Take cover. Can't do this. To the victor goes the
There are too many undead. We should find some high ground.
And we can hide in the cave nearby and wait for an opportunity.
At least we can cover each other that way.
Without faith.
The Scourge of Philios showed its effects. After the defense in Baelord was sabotaged, each step the Royal Guards made was in haste. From the City of Being to Torrent Vale, and eventually to the Burning Hills, fatigue and casualties continued to pile up. The defeat of the humans was inevitable. Alungol and his royal guards were pushed to a mountaintop. And the Gorlanders took refuge in a cave. It wasn't ideal, but they had to keep moving.
This cave is huge. Perhaps we can find...
To get chewed up?
Listen, either we get trapped here, or we get out of here.
Of course. I just wanted to take a break.
Those bugs are annoying. They won't stop biting.
They don't like your stench.
Shut it, Snake!
Enough! Keep moving!
It's like rain. It's not good. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. What is a stockpile shooting? That's how I slaughter dragons. Stay alert. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high.
I can almost see the exit, but those barricades are in the way.
Leave it to me.
To the victor goes the spoils. Stay alert. like rain. My arrows never miss. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. I'm one with the shadows. I can't do this. It's like rain. My arrows never miss. Don't try to catch up with me.
Whoever can wield a sword.
Alina walked at the forefront of her team. She was eager to learn if the other exit was safe, but didn't consider her own welfare. The Rock and Bison, with great concern, followed right after her. Fortunately, outside the exit is not the suffocating battlefield of burning hills.
This is a strong contrast from the battle on the other side. It's quiet.
Obviously. We didn't run into the teeth of the undeads.
Don't let your guard down. Look, the barbarians.
A group of barbarians stormed out of the valley and rushed in the direction of the trespassers. All of them looked strong, but their weapons were simple and crude.
I'm one with the shadows.
Take them back to where they belong.
Hey, we're not looking for trouble. We'll be gone soon.
Oh man, don't waste your breath.
That's how I slaughter dragons. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Being too full is dangerous. Riddled with arrows.
Listen, the burning hills are full of enemies. We're trying to contain the trouble.
Shut your mouth. Get the hell out of here.
Stay alert. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. To the victor goes the spoil.
Ask your men to stop, unless you want me to cut your throat open. We'll return to the Burning Hills soon.
Understood. I will ask my men to stop. There's a second path to the Burning Hills.
A second path?
I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Don't try to catch up with me.
We're all children.
The barbarians appeared strong and savage, but their simple and crude weapons were hardly a threat. Easily bested by the Gorlanders, they had no choice but pointing out the other way to the Burning Hills, hoping to rid the uninvited guests.
They mentioned another path in the cave leading to the Burning Hills.
Right now, the Undead Legion should be in Shred Valley, where General Gull is.
Indeed. Probably halfway up the hills. We might catch them by surprise.
Those barbarians. Could we trust them?
We paid them for a team of guides.
I don't trust savages.
Not everyone had faith in the barbarians. After the Gorlanders took a short break, the soldiers regained some strength. Both Alina and Bison longed for a return to the battlefield. Neither of them believed that the savages dared make troubles.
I've had enough with these ugly moles. It's the barbarians' trap.
Obviously, they forgot to mention the goblins, but their men were attacked too.
I'm done with this shithole.
I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Like rain. It's not good. Idle like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. It's like rain. It's like rain. To the victor goes the spoils. Take cover.
Without faith,
The barbarians weren't lying completely. There was indeed a path to Burning Hills, only that the goblins lived there as well. They tried to use the goblins to deal with the human intruders. However, they overestimated the goblins' ferocity. The Gorlanders took them out and escaped easily, but none of the barbarian guides made it. A failed recipe with barbarian brains and goblin muscle.
We are back.
Yes, I can see the enemies halfway up the hills.
Yes, Lord General. You were totally right.
The sorceress apologized for her misjudgment with an ironic statement.
Why are we waiting? Let's get him!
What happened in the cave was taken as an accident. Some have even forgotten all about it.
Let's do this! Time to crush some soulless faces!
Soulless faces? I like it.
Thanks.
Make no mistake, I just enjoy that phrase. It's like rain. Don't try to catch up with me. Riddled with arrows. Don't try to catch up with me. What is a stockpile shooting? Don't try to catch up with me.
Hey!
My arrows never miss. Take cover. My arrows never miss. Take cover. My arrows never miss. Remember this moment. My arrows never miss. Death approaching quietly. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. I can't do this. Take cover. What is a stockpile shooting? It's like rain. It's not good.
Yeah!
It's like rain. It's like rain. That's how I slaughter dragons. I can't do this. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. It's like rain. To the victor goes the spoil.
Excellent! They won't hold much longer.
Uh-huh. General Gall has started cleaning the battlefield. We won.
Wait! I saw someone with a dog's head in a church robe.
No way!
Without faith...
The Battle of Burning Hills was over. However, a sorcerer among the dead army caught Alina's eye. He had a dog's head, and more importantly, he was wearing an ancient robe with the sigil of thorns. The sorcerer escaped to the mountains near Shred Volcano. Alina pursued him. And Isadora followed her brave and reckless friend once again into danger.
You sure about that? We've chased him a long way.
Trust me!
All right. But this place sucks.
Look, what is that?
The sigil of the Crown of Thorns. Damn, that sounds familiar.
I saw him! This way!
Just when they were wondering about the sigil, a figure attracted their attention to the collapsed volcanic crater. What kind of external force could have caused the collapse of the walls? However, both the thundering noise and the unstable ground indicated there must be something in that crater.
A collapsed volcanic crater. It's hard to walk.
When did that stop us?
Don't you understand? If this is a trap...
That way, let's go!
All right.
I can't do this. Don't try to catch up with me.
What's the matter with you?
I won't let him defile the church. I want the truth.
This is meaningless. Religion and all?
Enough! You're not a believer!
Oh my dear.
Death's approaching quietly.
I admire your courage, but do you know what we are doing?
Do you? Perhaps you can tell us. Slowly.
absurd and ignorant. It's a waste of time to explain the greatest ideology to you. Feel the miracle of insight, idiot.
Take cover. Death's to the victor goes the spoil.
Enough. I don't have time for this child's play.
Wait! Damn it!
I can't take this anymore. I need healing.
Need a drink? Sit anywhere you like.
Do not fear, for we must overcome the darkness.
Alina searched near the volcano for a few days, but found nothing except a golden sigil. Eventually, she gave up the search. Alan Gull was also at work. He ordered the scouts to follow the traces of the dead and locate the enemy's nest. Eventually, the scout team reached Coronis Valley, the place embraced by permanent howling snowstorms.
After the last battle, I sent scout teams to the Arctic mountains. Only 5 of them made it. It's Coronis. They saw dark clouds and heard thundering noises.
How's the north?
Anko, if that illusion was indeed the lord of ancient Torian. There have always been rumors about wraiths.
According to Vilsack, Alan Gull conducted research on ancient Torian and the connection between Augustine and Torian. He concluded that the enemy's nest in the north was probably Torian, and the culprit was the resurrected lord of ancient Torian.
As you can see, the undead aren't taking any action recently.
We can't afford another battle of Beolod. We must take this window to seek help.
From whom? Orcs? Heretics? It's impossible. Not to mention the dwarves.
Perhaps time has washed away the resentment. Plus, we're already trading under the table.
The elves? Now you're getting ridiculous, Helena.
No, I must try. It's been quiet for too long. The thundering noise in Coronis isn't a threat only to us.
Alina made her decision. Bison knew he couldn't change her mind, so he decided to go with her. At least he could protect her from danger that way. He even planned the route for the expedition team. The route that followed the forest edge to the north of the Orc territory. He didn't want either trouble. Their journey went smoothly at the beginning, until they were spotted by more Orcish scouts.
We're not alone.
Yes, your shadow follows you.
Curse it! They found us!
Didn't you say the orcs wouldn't spot us if we followed the forest's edge?
I said, perhaps.
I need healing. I'm back to full health. I need healing. I can't take this anymore. I'm back to full health. Stay alert. I need healing. I'm back to full health. Hey! I need healing. I'm back to full health. Hey! Take cover. Here. Here. Stay alert. To the victor goes the spoils. I can't take this anymore. Being too full is dangerous. Yeah!